We don't need any reminders that this fire season could be a bad one. Some residents of Palo Alto are especially alarmed because they say the fire protection they've had in the past isn't there this summer. KTVU's Janine De La Vega has our report.
This hillside back here is all Foothills Park.
Rob Catlin and his neighbors know their homes are vulnerable, living so close to vegetation. The backyards of some of these houses literally flow into Foothill Park.
We don't have any control over the brush that's on that hillside. It's not cleared periodically. There's no way to do it. It's wild open space.
A few miles away near Stanford University, 128 acres caught fire. Dry vegetation fueled the blaze.
People were very emotional and upset when this fire was going on, even though we weren't immediately threatened, because we understood that that could happen in our backyard.
But homeowners say the fire station closest to them, Station 8, is not being staffed right now. It is located in Foothill Park and sits empty, a decision made by the City Council earlier this year.
We're manning it this year on high fire days as determined by the county. In addition, the city manager has authorized the fire chief to man it on any day he thinks there's a local issue.
So far, that hasn't happened. Residents in the firefighters union teamed up this morning to call attention to the danger they say they face. Both want the city to fully staff Fire Station 8.
It puts our citizens in danger and puts us in danger because the less resources we have, the more we're exposed to danger, the longer the response times, the higher the fire danger.
We found several cigarette butts lying just a few feet away from the dry brush here in Foothill Park. Residents say that that's all the more reason to have firefighters staffed here right now. The city manager says the city has faced $20 million in budget cuts over the last 5 years. He says staffing Station 8 only when it is needed is a reasonable response to the concerns of homeowners. Councilmember Vern Beecham says even though he voted not to staff Station 8 full-time, he'd like to explore other options.
I believe that we need to find a better way of providing coverage and to sit down and work with our union representation to do that.
The city manager is scheduled to meet with the firefighters union on July 13th to discuss the issue. But homeowners are restless, especially since fire officials say a person started last week's fire on Stanford property. Matches were found nearby. Residents say they have no choice but to remain hopeful their homes will be protected if their hillside is threatened. In Palo Alto, Janine De La Vega, KTVU, Channel 2 News.